Creatives, Joseph Sakor here and welcome back to Creative Piano Academy. So this is a good old-fashioned piano pattern. I haven't put one of these up for a while, and that's because I've been working on a full premium course of 30 of these in much more depth. However, I was playing around and I came up with this pattern like an hour ago, and I just set up the cameras, started rolling because I thought, I just have to show you. I thought it sounded really, really nice. And I love coming up with beautiful, inspiring and new ways to get playing that piano whilst practicing those core skills at the same time. So this is an example of that. So let's tackle this right hand first. We want to be in this position here. We want our little finger on the G, thumb on the A, and our second finger here on the C. And what we want to do is play between this chord here, this chord here. So we keep the we keep the little finger where it is, and we move these two fingers up to the G and the D. Okay, so that's a different position. And then the thumb moves up to the C, and our third finger comes down onto the G, and we end up with a regular C triad. Okay, so we go between this position, which is a G chord, and then this position, which is a C chord. And we move between those using a fairly complicated rhythm. So let's see if we can tackle that. It uses quite a bit of syncopation and crossing the main beats of the bar. So if you can pull this off, it's fantastic for timing as well. So developing your sense of timing. So here, I'll count us in, and we get this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so that's the rhythm. We're coming on the and of the 2 and the and of the 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Same thing again, but we repeat, moving between this chord, the C chord, and the G again. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So count out loud, get a metronome going, just try and get used to cutting that main beat of the bar. Comes on the and of the 2 and the and of the 3. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then we repeat again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then the last time, the last bar, does something a little bit different. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, this is just adding in a little bit of melody in here. We've got this really nice fall down between the E, the D and the C. Comes in at the same on the same beat, so it's the and of the 2 again. And we're going to bring these two fingers down into the E and the G. And then we're going to keep this little finger on the G. Keep it on the G whilst we move down to the D and then the C, like this. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we just strike the C and the G again on the and of the 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So here we go again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So from the beginning, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now, and by the way, before we bring in that left hand, this is quite a tough pattern. I'm not going to lie about it. This is probably a little bit more advanced than the normal patterns that I put out there. There's quite a bit of timing in there, a bit of, spreading around, using the pedal as well. So treat it as a 2020 challenge, a brand new, epic 2020 challenge. See how you get on. Let me know in the comments down below if this is a little bit difficult for you, or you're actually coping with it quite well. I'd love to hear from you. Left hand is relatively straightforward. What we've got is a spread between the F, the C and the F. So this is like a typical left-hand accompaniment technique. We've got F, C, F, it's using a power chord. Okay, 1 and 2, like that. Playing the actual note. 1 and 2. And then we're going to move between that position and essentially this position right here, G, D, G. So move between the F and the G like this. And we're going to play 4 on each. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so that's just the left hand essentially. So now when we put it together, we can see how it works pretty well for hand coordination. The left hand leads into the right here. So we've got this. Yeah, That's the general gist of it. I love those little chord changes and the melodies that are poking through there. I think it just sounds really interesting. So to get this, you can play it really, really slowly. Start off with a metronome, and we get this kind of spread here. 1 and 2 and. Okay, so we can just go up to there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And to be fair, you know, once you've got that first bit, you've kind of got it, because the rhythms repeat and the techniques are very similar. So work on that as much as you need to get it. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the rest will follow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 and 4 and. Okay. So I really hope you like that, and I want to show you a few extra things we can do in that left hand to spice it up a bit and add a bit of variation. But before we do check out my course, Creative Piano Patterns. It's very much built around this kind of thing, and there's 30 of them. Way deeper, way more creative, and a lot more involved, a lot more to mine out of them. So check the information cards above, the information box down below, see if it's for you, sit at that piano, get playing some real, honest, beautiful sounding music. So how can we spice up that left hand, introduce a bit of variation, make it sounding even better? So we've got this F position here and this G position. This is what we were using. We will also use this position here, which is an A position, A, E, A, and also this position here, which is an interesting chord. This is technically a C major chord, but we're going to start on the E, so it makes that a first inversion. And then we're going to use a C and an E at the top. And we're going to slot those in on the 4th time round of each cycle. Sounds like this. So that's bar 1, 2, 3, and then 4, move to A, G, 2, 3, 4. So we slot those in on the 4th bar of each time round. And I just think that sounds really, really nice. It's a nice little break between the chord to take us away, give us something a little bit extra, and then bring us back into the pattern. One other little variation to end off with is we can actually move halfway through the last bar as well. And this makes it a little bit tougher on the left hand because we need to move quicker. Okay, so I'll play it for you and then see if you can give that a go. So sounds like this. Yeah, so we're moving halfway between. I think that sounds really nice as well. So feel free to take this pattern, take those variations of the left hand, play around with it, get sat down at that piano, learn it, and see if you can pull it off. Really, really interested to see if you can. Let me know in the comments down below. I love throwing things in like this now and again, just to give you a challenge, get you inspired, give you something really nice to play, and get those core skills developed at the same time. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. As always, guide sheet available for this, along with the sheet music, over on patreon.com/Creative Piano Academy. I've also put together an extra video just showing you a few extra little tweaks to this as well over on Patreon. So if you do want to support me over there, thank you so much. I've got loads of really cool videos planned for this channel over the next few months on a list twice as long as my arm. So if you want to be notified of those, make sure you smash that subscribe button as well as that notification bell next to it so you do know when I upload new videos. Like this video if you liked it, and of course subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.